What's up, guys? Bringing another quick update on some things. One, doing a water change slash filter clean slash pump clean on my Flex. People that don't have these, you have this huge mechanical filter sitting in the back. It will get loaded with junk from time to time. I kind of always just take mine, you see all that junk coming out of it, and I just cleaned this thing a month ago. I always clean mine off a little bit of tank water. Since I'm doing basically weekly water changes on this thing, it doesn't bug me as much because I know the water I'm getting out of here is not loaded with a bunch of junk. You also want to clean your pump, and you can see just how quickly that made a difference to this. One thing I usually do with the mechanical media is, once I get let that back in there, nitrogen, blah, blah, blah. But I usually run this under just a bit of water and kind of get a lot of the junk out of it. I don't ever rinse my carbon or my biological off with fresh water, and you'd be wise not to as well. Sorry, I'm trying to set this up where everybody can see me. Everyone can see me while I'm doing this, but I usually like to get my mechanical stuff really, really clean and squeeze all this extra junk out of it. Because even with using filter floss, which if people have watched my other videos, I'm a big fan of filter floss. These Fluval tanks, just to keep them polished. Problem is that they can definitely accumulate some junk pretty quickly. So, hence why I tend to rinse these things out considerably. If you're going to wash your mechanical media out, like I just did, make sure to squeeze the crap out of it and get all that extra water out so you're not putting a bunch of non-conditioned water back into your tank. Which my charcoal is probably about shot. I swapped over something in my saltwater tank, which I'm really impressed with. It's called Purigen. It's been out for a pretty while. It's made by Chem. I put it into my Fluval 70 in my saltwater tank and left my carbon in with it, which Chem actually encourages you to do to extend the life of the carbon and also the cycle of the Chem. One thing I will say, and then I learned, was that the Chem Purigen stuff and my carbon probably didn't react the best, which, is what it is. I think the reason why it gave me such a cloudy look in my water after I did it was for the fact that the carbon that I had was pretty much done at that point. That carbon's been in there for about a month, but it's been through multiple water changes, tank cycle, so that carbon was probably pretty much toast to begin with. Which, is what it is. It's a bag of carbon. It's very cheap to buy, very cheap to get, but you can see well, my phone sucks right now, because apparently it does not like to, there we go. I don't know what was doing there. You can see much clearer water now, which I'm probably going to swap over and just use the Purigen on these tanks as well. But one thing I'll show you when you're cleaning your pumps out, take your uptake tubes off of them, just take it all apart, because it's nasty, it's going to be nasty. Just scrub them all down. And I don't use any soaps or cleaners or water specialty. I just rinse it off with good water, get the tubes cleaned up. And then I take the pump cover apart, which is your pump cover, real easy. I can pop it off here. Of course, it's going to be hard to get off now when I'm trying to do it and show you how to do it. There we go. But see that? Get your impeller. Your impeller cleaned out really good. There's a little turnstile on here that does not serve for any type of flow adjustment, so don't think that's what that is, because it's not. But definitely want to get some water in there and get those cleaned out. This is also, and the big thing is cleaning this screen off real good, and this other piece of mechanical media, it just gets loaded with junk. Good idea to clean those. That's nice and quick. Just clean them up. Probably want to do that, like I said, about once a month if you're not already. But now that we've cleaned everything, it's real easy to put it back together. Put your little extra filter media back in there. Click this together, and you're pretty much done. And then screw your intake tube or your output tube back in, and make sure that's nice and tight. You don't want that coming apart and killing your flow in the middle of the day. And then also you want to clean your spouts. They will get junk in them. You want to clean them. Like I said, just using just fresh water, getting all the junk off of them. And this should be really typical aquarium maintenance for anybody who's not, for anyone who's not doing this, I would say you probably should start. Typical cleaning maintenance is the life of an aquarium. You can have the best fish, the best aquarium, you can have all of the nicest, goodest, bestest things. And if you don't clean them, they will all die. Your aquarium will look like crap. Look at that right there. You can see that water. That right there is just some cleaning on media. Look at that. Look at all that junk. And keep in mind, I do water changes every week. And that's the crap. So, it's very wise to clean stuff. Hence why a lot of people don't know what they're getting into if they don't want to clean their aquariums. I don't know why you would have one, but it's neither here nor there. That's my little spiel. Be back in just a second. So just finishing this one up. About there where I want to be on doing the water. As you can see, that wisteria has pretty much taken over the whole top of the tank. Here's my fish keeping assistant. He's going to be determined to rip everything off the wall. Oh, and I added 5 firefish the other day to the saltwater. They're doing great. They're all over the place. Really pretty color. But just thought I'd bring you guys another update on the Fluval. Anyone's got any questions? Let me know.